Welcome back to Getting Some Head, baby. I'm here with the King, John Kensil, who's walks in the door on fire, man.
Yes, it's just traffic riles you up, and these gummy suppositories I found on the train.
They working for you?
I don't know. No, just it drives you. I tell you, you don't need a cup of coffee. Just driving in Philly at rush hour is awful. But we're just talking about comedians and stuff we know. But I worked with a guy last week up in Freehold, New Jersey. A very, very nice guy, but all he does is crowd work.
Yeah.
And it's really dated, but he's done it enough. It just sounds like spontaneous. But it's like it was like, hey, the guy had like a loud shirt on, and he's like, hey, would you blow Don Ho for that shirt, right? Now, if you don't know who Don Ho is, he was a Hawaiian singer from 50 years ago. No, he's doing dated stuff like that. Then he said to some guy, he goes, nice shoes. Where'd you buy them at? Poland. Doing Polish jokes in 2026. It was ridiculous. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm on fire.
Dude, it's John. You are a breath of fresh air, brother. I've been sitting around like I know people think that I'm having like prostitutes come up here, but like it's even better than that. And I've had like a little like nervous stomach ache, like waiting for you today to come up because there's nobody funnier to me. And I just knew this was going to be what was waiting for me, John.
Oh, it was. We were just talking about comedians before the show in Philly. It's some of the funniest people I know. It's no fault against them. I don't know. It's probably people who know like singers and songwriters and God, that guy can really play guitar and she can really sing. Doesn't mean you're always gonna have a hit TV series or stuff like that. It's just those people who make it out there. It's really lucky they got. Like I used to think this. So would you ever be a character actor in movies and work for 30 years, or explode in just like 4 movies and then you're giving hand favors on buses?
Honestly, man, if I could have a career giving hand favors on buses, as long as I was able to pay my bills, I think I would be all right with that, John.
Oh man, I got to say before my girlfriend Cynthia, who's very nice and she's very pretty and she looks like Susan Day from the Partridge Family, very pretty. Every time I'm on one of these podcasts, I just say my girlfriend, and then she used to say to me, "Why don't you tell me who?" She didn't say it like that. She goes, "Why don't you say my name?" Like, I don't know, you might get some weirdo stalkers or something like that or something. But that's when I had to bring her up. That's all. I want to say that.
All right.
And I told Mike I have a little side hobby.
What is it, John?
Well, I do my construction work during the day, but driving between jobs, I'm usually with my brother, so I'm on my phone looking at stuff. And you check Facebook, and every time I'm friends with a lot of people out in California. I don't know how. There's like, you got to request. I never met these people, right? And somebody posted one of their famous friends died. Like this is like online right away. So my little hobby is I quick send it to TMZ. I get a TMZ, the gossip site, and I've gotten several stories on there.
Really?
But don't say my name. But I checked the time period because I know there's a 3-hour time difference. But I told Mike earlier. Supposedly, I hope I'm not wrong on this. Some woman who was best friends with him, the actor who played the Gimp in Pulp Fiction, he went to heaven. So I texted that to TMZ. I sent his IMDb. My phone starts ringing with a California number. I'm like, oh, it's TMZ saying, can I confirm it? So I'm like, I'm not going to pick it up. And so I sent them links to the woman's Facebook post. Here, call her. But this happened a handful of times. I usually confirmed it was right. But the very first time I said this as a joke to TMZ, as a complete joke. It was obviously a joke. Who's the teen girl from Nickelodeon who had the drug and alcohol problems with the big eyebrows? And
Amanda Bynes.
I just, as a joke, I said to TMZ, I saw Amanda Bynes at the L.A. Greyhound bus station dressed in a gorilla suit handing out Pringles saying Body of Christ. I swear to God. It's obviously not true at all. A young intern from TMZ called me and said, is this true? Can you verify it? I go, I think it was her. I swear to God, it's a true story. So obviously fake and like, get on that. See if it's real. Oh my God. But once or twice I was wrong. Someone said, "Oh, forget it. So and so's not dead." So I texted him and said, "Don't. I don't know. Put it up." Yeah.
Man, John, I never knew that about you, man. You are like plugged into the minutia of Hollywood, man. I feel like you know anybody and everybody that was ever in any kind of fucking TV show from like the fucking 50s through 2000.
Oh, yeah. I love podcasts about that too. And what you know, it's I like the crazy stories you hear about it, not the famous ones like the TV show Dennis the Menace. Jay North was one of the celebrities that died last year and played Dennis. Well, there was two Mr. Wilsons, his next door neighbor who was always annoying. One guy was Gail Gordon from the I Love Lucy show, but the other guy was some nerd, looked like a turtle with glasses. And he used to talk like, "Oh, you're Mitchell, your boy Dennis chased my dog Fremont under the porch." Well, I read about how he died, and he was only like 55. He wasn't that old. He overdid it on one of the first versions of Slim Fast. He must have been really concerned about his. Oh, and also too, I think in real life he likes show tunes, hanging out with Bennigan waiters. You know, fuchsia, right? And his heart gave out. He died of a heart attack. He's probably just drinking his 1960s version of Slim Fast, which is probably paint and Tang mixed together. That's how he died. That's the stuff I like in Hollywood. It's a shame not like. I'm trying to think. I do some like I do with McGonagall's podcast and I did it with, but sometimes I'll say things and they have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, it's a famous movie, whatever.
How much TV did you watch as a kid?
Oh, I was glued to it. I loved the horror movies. Then like Rocky movie a lot. On Saturdays used to have 2 horror movies, an Abbott and Costello movie. Then it was followed by Star Trek and Wild Wild West. But it's weird. Your memory's great. Oh, I love that show. Try and watch these shows today. You're like, oh, look how stupid it is. It's like bad lines and you can see mistakes. But yeah, movie fan. And then I fell in love with like sports movies like Rocky and I was a big movie guy. Well, at least once or twice a week going to the theaters and seeing it. And I remember begging my dad to take me to horror movies. And he worked 7 days a week. If he had off on a Saturday afternoon, he would take me. I could see he hated it. Right? Like he'd go, "I'm going to go to the bathroom." He wouldn't come back for 25 minutes, and he smelled like cigarettes because he was outside smoking. But I love movies and TV. I was glued to it.
What were your favorite shows?
I always loved comedy shows, and I always liked shows where adults were doing like stupid things today, like an SCTV, if you remember that show, a physical sketch on Saturday Night Live. I love that comedy from the get-go. And when I was a kid, the guys who I like were Steve Martin was always original and funny, and Jonathan Winters was a big goofy guy he was the mechanic in It's a Mad Mad World. He played Mork and Mindy's baby on Mork and Mindy. It was right, but I was just an oddball guy. But that's why I like comedians like that. But you know what? You know what I never went for? Robin Williams. Not my.
I liked him as a dramatic actor, but
yes,
I was never really into the comedic element.
Everybody says that. But I also like silly, like Steve Martin got something from Monty Python was extra fun because we always think of the British as very proper and don't curse, and they did ridiculous things that made it even funnier. I think Steve Martin did that because he wore a white suit. He looked, the grayish hair, and he looks normal, but he's doing crazy stuff. Shit, where was I going with this story? About comedy. I love stuff like that. Oh, growing up, that comic, The Unknown Comic.
Yeah, he was terrific.
Yeah, that made me laugh. It was just silly old jokes.
John, was he in a movie called Night Patrol?
Yes, he was. I think he wrote and produced it with Pat Morita and Linda Blair's in it. A bunch of stars are in it. And just totally idiot. That was one of my dad's favorite movies. He liked that and that other one, the driving one with Stacey Bill Murray's brother, Moving Violations.
Oh yes! My God! I used to watch that constantly. It was on. My aunt had Showtime, and they would always put Moving Violations on, and like that was something where like anytime it came on, I had to see it.
And it was starring Bill Murray's younger brother, and I think it was his first acting job. But it was he was trying to like half-ass Bill Murray. Hey, what's going on? It's just then he was in One Crazy Summer and some other school. But I don't know what ever happened though. But that's Moving Violation. My dad's one. I also heard too that movie. I don't know if it's just true or not. That Putin, the guy from Russia, that's his favorite movie.
Moving Violations.
I swear to God, that has to be a joke. But I just read that.
I could picture that, yeah, dude. Well, Kim Jong-un, like he seems like a guy like that would be fun to hang out with.
Oh yeah,
he seems like he likes comedy. He loves basketball. He loves whiskey. He loves cigars.
There's a there's a famous video. He's at their I guess their parliament or something. He's sitting there, and he just runs the whole deal. It's all like but he's looking out, and you see him go like this. It's like C-SPAN. You see the camera. He calls one of his aides, and he points over, and here one of the Korean guys fell asleep, and like he's probably gone dead right now. Last year Brian Wilson died from the Beach Boys. Very interesting, fascinating life and music he made, and he saw everything. The world changes up. His favorite movie was Norbit with Eddie Murphy. And that movie, I'm watching. How did this get made? There are actually some funny scenes in it, but like, oh my God, Eddie Murphy playing a 400-pound black lady, and he's in bikini. There's scenes where he's wearing a thong and a bikini. Like, oh, is this a movie or like a fetish? Trying to work on the movie script. It's but that's a crazy movie.
You never got into Norbit? Not even a little Norbit phase?
Yes, I watch it. I think the guys from Brian Robbins and the fat guy from Nickelodeon who smell girls' feet.
Dan Schneider.
Yeah, I think they were involved in the movie. Because I think the movie has like that there's jokes written all over it. But it's just so right now Norbert's when I do watch it. Norbit.
John, I don't think I ever asked you how you got into comedy. Where did you start performing? Like, what got you into it? Were you writing jokes for a while?
Yeah, how I did it was, it's so funny when you see your parents laugh and you realize I can try and tell them a joke, make them laugh, and then you start it makes people happy. So I'd watch a comedy movie, Three Stooges, growing up, then more mature like David Letterman humor, then SCTV, so what I did was I always drew comic strips in school. And I just love, learning how to condense a joke into 4 panels, and hopefully it's funny at the end. Anyway, I was pretty good at that. But how'd this happen? Oh, I know what happened. I was going to comedy clubs. I was underage, like 17 or 18, but there was a profile in the local paper of a guy from Glenside who went to my high school, not with me, but he started. He was doing asphalt driveway recoding. And he started writing jokes on cards and sending them to performers at the Valley Forge Music Fair. Back then, it was a big concert hall, but it had like Bob Hope would be there and Phyllis Diller.
I saw George Carlin there.
George Carlin there, yeah. It was a neat like theater and around, very cool place. But he started sending them jokes, and he got hired by Jay Leno as a writer when Jay Leno was only guest hosting, and they brought him on as a full-time head writer on the show when he took it over. So it was just kind of like inspired me a little bit, like a little kick in the pants. So I started going to the comedy clubs, and I saw everybody in Philadelphia. It became big and stuff, and it was really fun because when the comedy first started, your heart was beating. You're in for an exciting show. There's lines out the door. You're sweating, and you're just watching the show. It was a really good time. And then at the end of the night, the guy just said, "Hey, anybody here think they're funny? We have an open mic night on Wednesday nights." So I came out for it, and I was here for about. It was on 2nd and Chestnut, right? And I sat there about 4 or 5, maybe even 6 months, just watching the show. And I'm not like name dropping, but at the table in front of me was Todd Glass, Paul F. Tompkins, Adam McKay from Anchorman, Dan Fox, a couple other Dan Fox, John Matta, and I was sitting back, and each one of those guys were distinct, and I swear it felt like it wasn't Mean Girls, but like I was really intimidated. It's like I thought they were going to rip him to shreds, right? And because one time this guy went on stage and he had no hair in his head at all, And he started making. He goes, "Yeah, I know. I look like Charlie Brown with chemotherapy." And the table in front of me yelled out, "Ha ha, cancer, real funny." And I'm like, "Shit, I'm not gonna go up. They're gonna destroy me." And so finally, I was sitting there, and Paul Tompkins, he got popular now. He's very popular. He said, "John, you gonna go up?" I go, "I don't know." And he grabbed my notes in my hand. He goes, "If you're gonna go up, I'm gonna go up and do your act." I go, "All right, I'll go up." And so I went up at the open mic night. This is like 89, 99. Then the club closed. Then I started going. That's how I started going to open mic nights, and it's weird. Comedy makes you feel like you're in high school again. This guy started with me. Like you think everybody's like freshmen, but now I go past comedy clubs and I don't recognize one name on the board. There's like 10 pictures. Like, who are these people? But that's how I started going to the comedy shows, and then you go to the open mic nights, and then somebody asked me. By the way, if anybody wants to get involved in the comedy out there, if you can get a job in a club you're near the show, not a bartender or anything, it's really beneficial. You absorb, you watch, you go, here's what I would do with that. Well, I started seating people at the Comedy Cabaret, and you had some famous, like Dave Attell came through, and Judah Freelander, and just a bunch of famous New Yorkers, because it wasn't that far away. I'm like, oh, and you learn by, like, what do you call it, osmosis or something. You just from being in the arena, and that's how I got involved in it. And then it's a shame because people I mentioned earlier at the club, they all moved to California. So I started hanging with different people. And one thing I did, though, I used to hang with a bunch of comics that did shows for churches. Which, because you're making money. But then I started realizing that, well, not everything is the stupid husband jokes. I'm an idiot. Right? I don't know how to shop and stuff. Fix flat tire. So I, what do you call it? I did a bunch of those shows, but then I hung with other guys who were cool, or like the more you gravitate to people your sense of humor, and that's how I became what I became. That's how it is.
Did you ever have a music phase?
What, playing music?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. I like new wave, like, growing up, like the Tom Petty, the Police. So, I mean, it's weird when I say it sounds really dated, but that was like the only bands out there.
I mean, like, did you ever play an instrument or in a band?
I played bass in like high school, and I was awful. I just hurt my hands, the strings. I should have, but about 4 or 5 years ago, I've been taking guitar lessons, and I just want to play chords and I could like sing along songs. I don't care about being like Eddie Van Halen, and but yeah, guitar. I'm getting okay with it, and the teacher, I think it's nice. It's weird. I'm paying him. I worry if I don't practice enough, he's going to scream at me. But I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell does he care? All right.
Oh, John, that used to stress me out so much. I took guitar lessons for maybe like 6 months, and I just liked the guy. Yeah. I liked having a guitar, and I liked hanging out with my guitar teacher, and I would panic like the hours before my lesson. I would go Saturdays at like 1. Yeah. And I would be in a panic because I didn't practice all week, and I just wanted to sit in the company of this guy.
Oh, yeah, it's I got close to my guy, too. A real nice guy. In fact, the guitar I got, it's an acoustic electric, but I got it because he has one just like it. I got a blue one. His is black. But recently I was looking at his guitar, and he moved to Delaware, but I still did a Zoom lesson. I'm looking at his guitar. I go, is there something on your guitar? And he goes, oh, there's a big hole in his guitar. I go, what happened? He goes, my wife got mad at me. She threw a pair of pliers, and I put the guitar up, and she wrecked his guitar with a pair of pliers stuck in a hole. But
so I imagine he's not a Tool fan.
Yeah, I know. Right, and it's but I just want to play not leads. I don't it's weird. I work in a lot of people's houses and they have guitars in their basements, and I can see it's covered in dust, but as long as I see like the word Fender on it, and I go, hey, is that your guitar? She goes, yeah. Why, you want it? And my asshole brother goes, he don't want it, lady. I'm like, shut up, all right. But I've gotten about four or five guitars that way, and 3 banjos.
Now, John, you walked in here with a
nothing. It's my
what is it?
Nothing. Just my igloo cooler.
All right, I was going to ask, is there a puppet in there by any chance?
No, but my truck there's a couple.
All right, because last time you came here, you brought this tote bag full of puppets that you did not take out at all.
It's still in the back of my truck now. I'm afraid I walk through the hotel. I'll be like, the guy looks like he's here to fix the roof. What's that little clown thing sticking out of his Wawa bag? Uncle Floyd. That's another show I liked as a kid. There was adults acting like, doing skits and stuff, and they had no talent except him. But it was funny because they were all laughing at the joke too. Well, on his show, he used to have a little puppet called Oogie, a little red-haired clown puppet, and he put his hand through it. His hand was at. It was very cute and very funny. Well, he died, Uncle Floyd, a month and a half ago. Well, somebody put one of these Oogie puppets for bid on eBay. And I got a bunch of them, a real lot, right? So
ballpark, how many?
10, 12, 15, right? Because when the shit goes down, Oogie puppets are the only thing with currency, right? so some guy capitalized on Uncle Floyd's death instead of selling an Oogie puppet, right? So I'm like, sometimes I do a dick move. I'm one of those guys who swoops down the last 5 seconds of a bid on eBay, just to get up on $500, even though it's just to win it anyway. But so I think I'm gonna watch this one because it's gonna go up high. I've got them for like $75 or $100 over the years, and they just sit on a shelf in my room with KY gel, nothing, But anyway, I'm watching the bidding war on eBay. It went from like $100 to $550. So it went for $2,400. Like, holy shit! You're buying a piece of plastic from 1965, idiots. But people, and it's weird, man. If you can find a way to capitalize on a famous death, you can go to TMZ.
Anything you're bidding on right now?
What did I look for? One of the Oogie dolls got wet. My garage flooded, and his hair all.
Did he come to life?
Well, his hair all fell off because of 60-year-old glue, and I like to restore it, but there's a lot more important things I have to do, like make English muffins. No, but I'm so I got to find this the right hair and shit for it. Yeah. So some troll doll hair. So I got a $15 bid on that. Hopefully Cindy, when she comes over my house, I was like, I got another package. What's this? Weirdo.
Oh my God, John. Now, what do you think you'd be willing to go up to on that hair?
That's it. $15. I'm surprised the guy doesn't pay me to take it off his hands. Like, it's been sitting in my house for 20 years. Troll dollar. It's the same, like, yellow and freaking out on his head. I'm gonna say I want to do this. I'm never gonna get around to it. There's like some more. I'm serious. There's more important things to do than sit in my lab in the basement working on the puppets.
If you could have your own space and craft your own puppet lab, is there anything that you have in mind? Like if John Taffer were to come in and be like, John, I'm pimping out your puppet den. What do you want? What would you have?
Oh, these Oogie puppets are the coolest ones. I had another puppet. I did work for a guy. There was a famous comic in Philly for 50 years in Jersey called Cozy Morley. He used to tell old jokes. Every weekend we'd sell out in Wildwood, New Jersey. But he had a partner. He would do things named Steve Milky Lawler or another guy named Fennerty. I did work for this guy, Fennerty. He would play banjo and sing songs. And it's weird. You can make a living at this. Go to old age homes. You'd probably drive you crazy, but like it's money if you're older. But I had to work in his house, and in his recycling can, he threw a ventriloquist dummy out, and it was just a giant Muppet. It was a big Muppet. It looked like the two old guys on the Muppet Show yelling at the puppets, and so I got it, and I used to bring it to the open mic nights, and I can't do anything with it. You just make stupid jokes with it, but it was an older, short, bald guy with a big white mustache. Well, at the time, Ed McGonigal had a mustache. And Eddie was the same size as this puppet. And he just came up to me and he goes, "Do me a favor. Don't bring that near me when I'm on stage." Like they're going to sumo wrestle or something. And It's funny. No, I don't get it. When I go to comedy shows, I actually sit and actually watch and laugh, and then it just stinks when you see other comics talking when you're on stage. So I watch. So anyway, Eddie did a show in Kensington. It's a neighborhood in Philadelphia where they film Rocky at, all row houses. But Eddie did a show there. A couple other people with Mike the extra, a bus driver, and Joe Conklin. So as a joke, I just said, I know where I'll be that night. I guess I'm going to be there. Right? I swear to God, Eddie actually called me that morning. He goes, John, listen, you're not really coming out, are you? Because I got to be honest, you're a distraction. Anyway, I'm not going to go. I was going to hurt by you, little creep. Yeah, I have a coconut falls over a tree and hits him in his head. But he's always been like, he goes, you know this, John, you laugh too much. And I did a show with him in Jersey at the Cross Keys Brewery. It's not there anymore. But when he went up, he goes, Dad, do me a favor. Can you go outside? Your laugh really distracts me. Like, yeah, right. And when we're leaving, he drinks non-alcoholic beer, so it goes right through him. I drove him. And we're out, not even out in the parking lot. We're on the main highway. And he goes, John, pull up. I got to piss like a racehorse. And I'm like, Shetland pony. More like it. And so Mikey gets out of my truck on a U-Haul place. I see him run back behind it. And he went behind like a bale of hay. I swear to God, it looked like a Chucky doll escaping. And he gets back in my truck and he goes, thanks a lot. My teeth were swimming. I took a picture of the last blob of snow on my lawn. It was like that big, and what Mike was an awesome up here was got like 2 foot of snow. It was really bad. The first one was real bad because it froze. It was real hard. I was in my house for 3 days. You couldn't chop anything. Plus, but I have a neighbor down the road. He's 3 houses away. He's a roofer, and he got that big propane thing with the flame shooting out. And he melted everything. His driveway, the asphalt driveway, concrete cement. It ruined everything. I was making jokes that he found like fried squirrels that he killed. But it was really bad. Then it rained. It snowed again 2 Mondays ago, real bad. But it's
yeah, I was keeping tabs on it, and yeah, there were a couple of days where we got butt fucked with ice, but by and large, it's like fucking 80 and sunny every day. You saw the video of that guy jogging on the Schuylkill. Yeah. Okay. I didn't see it. I heard he fell on the ice. He fell through.
But did he get back up and keep running around?
I don't know, because the video cuts off and you don't know if he got rescued or if he was able to get himself out.
Jerk. That reminded me a couple years ago when there's a main highway that goes by Center City called the Vine Street Expressway. Well, remember it flooded out and people were doing backflips in this green pea soup looking water. Like that guy's probably the Toxic Avenger today.
John, if you had access to that guy's flamethrower, do you think you'd have gotten yourself out of your winter prison?
Oh my God, I swear it's just out of my Irish Catholic growing up. Whenever I shovel 2 doors down and 2 doors back up. Well, I don't know. One time I was watching the freaking Teddy Ruxpin movies, whatever. I overslept. I got up at 10 o'clock in the morning. My neighbor next door, who I've been shoveling her walk for years.
She was face down in the snow.
No, but the first dead body I ever saw was a guy who dropped dead shoveling snow. I thought the guy was just laying there in the snow. Some old guy had a heart attack and fell over in the snow. But my neighbors, it's like they get a deed and a survey or stuff. He stops right in the line, right in the middle of the concrete, like where our house is separated. Like, who told you that, you douchebag? All right, I'm gonna squash this recycling can. Fruitcake.
Now, do you have cabin fever right now? Is any place you're itching to go once the weather clears?
Yeah, flea markets.
Yeah.
It's just it's weird just to look, and it's neat. You find things you had as a kid, or you go, I could use that for work or school as a neat writing pad or something. But I have my friends is weird. They have no taste for nostalgia or anything. they stand there with their arms folded, like, come on, we're going to get out of here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm like, what's the big rush? You're going to go home what? 11 o'clock on a Saturday and then do what? And, but I love going to flea markets. You find just the weirder stuff you find.
Anything hot and heavy on your mind right now that you want to seek out? More oogies?
You know, there was a guy in Jersey selling them, and I Presbyterianed him down from 40 to $20. And I got one. I'm like, sucker. You know, this thing's worth like, you know, 500 to 1,000. And but I had mentioned it on an Uncle Floyd Facebook group. It's called like Losers of New Jersey. Hey, I got one there, but I put warning. There's no other ones there. He has other ones like a female dolly, another, and several of them there. Like you're not getting the same puppy. You're getting something like 1970. It went from that cute little oogie to like Richard Pryor in 1970. It's all different looking and stuff. And I bring it on stage now. At the end of my set, I make a joke with it. I put like a mask on, but it's I have a couple of these oogie dolls, and one's called Poppy, P-O-P-I, and it's the same one. You know, he has black hair, but I didn't realize it. He's very dark. He's very dark, chocolatey. He's very like this table here, and I did a show in Jersey. He tells stupid jokes, like it's corny, but then he gets real dirty. Like I think my wife is a drug dealer. Why is that? Because the phone rings and the guy says, "Is the dope still there?" I think my wife's involved with the weatherman. Why? Some guy keeps calling and says, "Is the coast clear?" Like shit jokes like that. But then he says other jokes like, vasectomies don't work. It just changes the color of the baby. Well, I had a fun time. But what's his name? Who's the black guy in Philly with the? He does the funny rap. He's the weirdo Yankovic rap.
Oh, Keith from Up the Block.
Keith from Up the Block. He's the only. He was right after me. He goes, "Can we acknowledge something?" Kensil had a mother effing N-word puppet up here. Did you see it? And I'm going, he's Spanish. He's Spanish. He's like, no, he ain't. He goes, you come here with it. And he said the N-word puppet. I'm like, oh my God, is that the rep I'm going to get now in Philly? He has a black puppet. That puppet's been sitting in a closet for 3 years.
What kind of circumstance would it take for you to pull that puppet out of storage?
Oh, he's not. He is now. When I look at it, he looks very ethnic. It looks like a black Nutty Professor with Jerry Lewis.
Oh, nice.
There's a couple I've got. It's weird. There's fake ones going around now too. There's people getting other puppets and making it look like they're trying to sell for a lot of money. But it's really, I'm not really a puppet guy. These are old dirty street jokes. And it's funny how some work some nights and get a big laugh, and some that just stare at you or you hear groans.
Is there any geographic area that is not puppet friendly?
No, everybody loves puppets. Honest to God, I don't know why hypnotists have coins. I just get a puppet or like a midget and just shake them back and forth like that. And people are mesmerized with puppets. I just say, if you could pull her for a DUI, I wasn't driving. He was. No, I wasn't. He's been drinking. Right? But it's weird. I know a puppet guy. I'm very real nice guy. He doesn't get big laughs. About a month and a half ago, I did a show at a diner, and it actually was a great time. Well, one guy brought 40 people out, and they were all from AA and Narconon. Is that right? It's a severe drug and alcohol addiction. They were all in the audience. Well, the puppeteer guy was, I don't know, he was in the parking lot putting his wang in a hot dog roll and taking pictures or something for Reddit, as puppet guys often do. No, but he comes in. He didn't know the show's for AA people. And he brings in a little alcoholic hobo puppet out. Yup. They didn't find any blood on my alcohol stream. Hey, that's for quitters. And he wasn't getting any laughs. I turned to my girlfriend. He should make an audience puppet. And he's a real nice guy, too. Very good guy. And he spent money having. He has a zombie puppet. And it's really gruesome to look at. It looks like the Return of the Living Dead, the guy in the tar man. It's like his eyes dripping out of his head. It's
what's the puppet's name?
Not Gordo. Something like that. Ernie the zombie puppet. Very nice guy. And then after he went up, Pickle Man goes up, and it's so awful. And he chastised people in the back of them who were ordering food. They weren't talking over him, right? He's like, hey, there's a show up here. And then he starts singing this song, Kensington Crack Whore Baby. She's my Kensington Crack Whore Baby. The coat hanger didn't get her. And it gets more and more horrible than that. And then when he's done, he kneels down waiting for an applause, and he didn't get one. He just had to stand back up. I'm like, this is the worst show. So I go to the show. Wid couldn't bring his props in the room, so he decided to host a show. And he did really well. Then they brought me up, and I did 20, 25 minutes. Then the puppet guy, then Pickle. And, well, there's a woman there who looked like an old showgirl from Atlantic City. Tall, blonde wigged, fake tan, the lips plumped up. And she had a satin, shiny red dress on. And I thought she was going to, she was big, just something not to a guest spot. Here she was the headliner, right? And she said her name was Brenda Starr. Ooh. Brenda Starr was a cartoon character, comic strip character in the 40s. So she goes up, and I thought she was going to sing songs and wow the audience. She said, woman just got out of rehab. She starts going, oh, the guys I date, you can tell by their skid marks. It's just everything was, and it went nowhere. And she started talking politics, and she had no jokes or nothing. And she's like, good night, and no applaud. And I accidentally filmed a lot of it. But it was awful. It was one of the worst things I've been on. And at the end of the night, he had whatever I got paid, but he tipped me in a jar of pickles.
The last show I did for Pickle Man, the same thing. After the show, he takes you out to his fucking U-Haul or whatever he's got. He opens it up, and he'll give you fucking pickles, horseradish,
yes,
or
deviled egg,
yeah,
and the hot Chinese mustard. Mike, the gay bartender at the comedy club, Pickle Man came in selling his wares, and he's a character to look at. He's a Rod Stewart wig and the body of the Philly fanatic, and but Mike, the gay bartender, goes, now this mustard isn't that hot. It's a really good Chinese spice element. You dip a pretzel in it, but you won't gag. Mm. So Pickle Man goes out to his truck and gets that mustard, I keep saying cayenne, whatever, put mustard additive, and he brings it back in, and Mike, the bartender, tastes it and goes, Mike, his face is as red as a cherry, or as medicine balls in high school. he was so burned, it was so hot. But Pickle Man's a character.
John, all right? I know you like movies, you like TV shows. You're a music lover. Is there anything that you could give to the people as far as a Kensil recommendation?
There's everything Mike just described. Gilbert Gottfried had a funny podcast called Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. He had great guests on, and they would talk about everything. He said movies, music, and TV shows. Gilbert went to heaven. And there's something else too I found out about. The weekend Gilbert got fired from Affleck because he made. To be honest, that joke I thought was kind of funny.
I forget what it was.
One of the jokes was where the tsunami hit in Indonesia.
Oh yeah.
And one of the things he posted was, if you don't like the neighborhood, wait 5 minutes and the one will be coming by. I thought it was kind of funny. Well, that weekend he was at Helium. It was McGonagall, Chip, and then Gilbert. I totally forgot this. So I stopped down that night. And I shook Gilbert's hand. It was like wet newspaper. The issue he had must affect his muscular part of his body.
A very dainty guy.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Yes. And there was Friday, Saturday. I went to the Sunday show. And I'm thinking, these guys he probably made $60,000. But what do you call it? I didn't realize Gilbert was tweeting that stuff that weekend. Well, his phone started ringing in the green room. And it was that night, and he's like, "Oh, it's my wife and my manager." And I had left, but I totally forgot that until Chip mentioned it recently. They were all telling me you're getting axed from the Affleck show. Oh,
poor fucking guy.
But the stuff Mike just mentioned, so I love Gilbert's pod. Well, Gilbert passed away. Well, his co-host Frank Santopadre has a podcast now called Fun for All Ages, and they do the same thing. I love like media stuff, but crazy stuff that happens in it. Like, it sounds rotten to say. You can't deny, like, you want the gossipy shit you want to hear. You want to hear, like, Eddie Murphy getting caught with a transvestite hooker. You want to hear that stuff. Well, that's what this podcast is about. So that's what I like. I'm into that. I recommend that 88.5, the radio station in Philly. They're not the only ones who play like new rock music. Philadelphia has a lot of great bands for music, movies. It's weird. I'm a 38-year-old man. Ladies, I can't wait for Avengers Doomsday coming out this Christmas, and the new Avengers movie. I hope it's not shit, because Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Dr. Doom, but he looks just like Robert Downey Jr. and he passed away in the last Avengers movie. He's not Tony Stark anymore. But it's supposed to be the biggest movie ever made, because it combines the Avengers, the X-Men, and other mutants. But it's like Wolverine can meet Deadpool and the Hulk. It's just they all got to team up and fight. That's what I'm looking forward to.
John, well, if you don't have any more music, TV, or entertainment recommendations, I would like to ask if there's one piece of romantic advice that you could offer to people, what do you think that would be?
Romantic advice too. Make sure your breath's always good. Go into the bathroom, run the water sink, and gargle. I used to keep Altoids, the spearmint, under my bed, and because nothing worse than you want to have relations in the morning and you have bad breath. That's one. Other romantic advice. Not everything you see in adult romance videos, women really enjoy. But I'm like, wait a minute, she enjoyed it, and she's like, ugh. Anyway, more romantic advice too is if you ever rent an adult romance video, let her pick it out, because like she'll have like a love story. Like, here's Napoleon, and it's a Napoleon era porno film. But meanwhile, I'm picking Dr. Fellacio's Car Wash Sluts 7. All right, and she's like, ew, what? That better be water. All right, but let them pick it out, because if you pick the dirty stuff out, the whole time she'd be like, You want to try that? Good luck, Buster.
All right, now how about one piece of life advice? In all your 38 years on this planet, John, what is one thing that you learned that you wish you knew when you were younger?
Which I don't. I'm trying to think about this one. This doesn't sound like hokey now, but my whole life I've worked for other people. Like not my day job. Like took care of my parents, taking care of other people. Eventually you get like too old for it. Sometimes you got to take care of yourself, and just pursue something. And that's I mean, like for years, like it's just shit has been through my life. But I try to be a nice guy. That's something I think after my mom too, was always keeping the peace. And then after a while, you never speak up. Just let it go. Who cares? There's a point you want to let it go. I wish I knew that when I was younger. And you always hear about say you fall in love with a girl and you break up and you're 16, you're like crying for a week. Don't you wish you could sit down next to her like, you freaking loser? Go get Swank and Jergens. Okay, I'm 38. Go get GQ and Chinese hot mustard.
I think that's something that would be a big hit. Like if you packaged it as John Kensil merch after a show, GQ and Chinese mustard for jacking off.
One time I did a show years and years ago with Big Daddy Graham. I was hosting. It was Chris Koshin, I think, Big Daddy Graham, and a fight erupted. Like a bad fight. It wasn't like the Chuck Norris a barroom fight. It was horrible. And Big Daddy turns to us and he said, "Do you think this is going to hurt merch sales?" And I used to make jokes. I used to have a merch table where I sold merch tables. And I can't think of the joke, but it's about the comedian who was on the Titanic. He survived. He floated on his merch table. But I have seen over the years, if you know a merch table, you sell merchandise, T-shirts and CDs. I've seen comics fight a middle act and a feature act because middle act and a headlining act because they wanted who was allowed to sell merchandise after a show. But this is when people were trying to make comedy for a full-time living. You had to take everything. You had to get every dime you made. So, but they had like a 50-foot rule. You can't be, and the headliner was always first coming out of the room because he had to get. But it was weird seeing merchandise wars. It was weird. Oh, what the hell's this guy's name? John Kling, something like that. Mike, I swear, I've seen in the years comics sell T-shirts and stuff. This one guy, I swear to God, was it John Kling? He's for $5. He had a real shrunken head in a jar. He had a curtain over it. He would show people. He probably made more than anybody. I did a show with a comedian. He's a reverend, and he sold like 60 T-shirts for $20 each. Nice chunk of change. And on the way home, he got some ticket for doing like 120 miles an hour. I'm like, they're probably all the money right there. But
I feel terrible. When I first started, I was supposed to drive him to gigs. Yeah. And I think it was my second gig that I was doing that for. The first one I did drive him, no questions or no problems. I was very nervous the entire time, and he was very nice. The second time I was much more comfortable with him, and I got drunk at the show, so he had to drive him and me home.
I've noticed about comedians like that from all of them. They have they have a long memory. They Artie Lang can tell you who won the World Series from 1950 till today, who was in the every game. Leaving never forgets anything either. Wid, same thing. But Bob's hilarious, and he can really work a crowd. Bob's another guy who should be bigger than him, and that's not putting him down, just life. But I shouldn't work a crowd. But whenever I work with him, as soon as I'm done, I run out of the room. Because Bob goes like, "Where's Kensil at? He's funny for a fag. Nice shirt. Where'd you get it, Poland?" No, he doesn't say that. But he always calls me gay. And I try and hide behind a pillar. I have like a ZZ Top beard. Who's this John? Bob's he's freaking hilarious. Last week, Stuttering John did a show at Rodney's.
I saw that, man. I would like to see the full set if it's available.
Oh, I never realized this. They call it the Dabbleverse. There's several podcasts about Stuttering John's podcast, and sorry, John, I watch it because it's a train wreck. He does it from his garage in Cape Coral, Florida. He used to do it in California. But a couple times he's there cracking Miller lights open, and the backdrop fell on his head. I think he has his like computer screen like on a trash can lid.
It was always insane to me that he ended up as the fucking announcer for the Tonight Show.
I know.
How did that happen? Do you remember?
Howard Stern says he swears Leno hated. Leno did it to stick a needle in the stern. But Stuttering John, he was married. I think he had 2 or 3 kids, and I think they were all gender changed. But so he got divorced and he's doing a podcast, and I moved back to Florida, and but there's a whole industry. Kevin Brennan has a podcast, and all he do is make fun of Stutter and John's podcast. They watch it and they break it down, and it's actually really funny. Well, Levy has one, and another guy, Shuley, had one. They called the Uncle Rico Show. But these guys just dissect the show, and they call it the Dabbleverse. It's hundreds of thousands of people who are obsessed with hating Stutter and John. Well, Rodney Dangerfield died in 2004, right? Or sometime. Well, he had a club called Dangerfields. Well, some new people got it. Now it's called Rodney's. And it's just capitalizing on his name. It might be but it's a nice little club. Stutter and John did an appearance there last week, a stand-up appearance. Well, Anthony Camilla from Opie and Anthony, he hates him too. And it turned to like a near riot. People were screaming, yelling out. And Stutter and John couldn't get his jokes out. So instead, he got Anthony Camilla's police report, started reading it. And then sitting around and tore it out of his hand and ripped it up. It's a big fight and a riot.
You know what? I did see Anthony Cumia wigging out on somebody outside. Was that Stutter and John, or was that somebody else that was like with him?
Somebody else. And, but anyway, Levy used to be part of that universe. And it's a shame. Levy he's buddies with Anthony. I know that, but him and Stutter and John were pals. Even it all went south. And
yeah, when John, I love John. I used to watch the Channel 9 show in the fucking early 90s. And his Man on the Street shit was so fucking funny. I think it was maybe Lauren Bacall who he asked this question. He stopped her at an award show, and through stuttering, he's like, "You ever fart in your hand and cup it to your face?"
It was Ted Williams. Did you ever actually fart in the catcher's face? He said, "What?" He goes, "Did you ever fart in the catcher's face?" He goes, "Get the hell out of here! Now you're being goddamn ridiculous." It was very. No, it's a shame. No, I'm not ashamed. I found out all those questions were written by everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Did he actually have an actual stutter?
That's what I mean too. He doesn't have one now. Mm-hmm. I always wonder if I'm exaggerated or. He said he had therapy and got rid of it. No, there's not even a hint of that at all.
No, good for him, man. He figured out an angle.
But I remember he got beat up by Morton Downey, and somebody else slapped him, and just. But he did a couple 2-hour podcasts with Jackie, the Joke Man, and Billy West, where they talked about their exploits on the show and how each one of them had a bit of a gripe with Stern, but I don't know. Stern John also, after he stopped being an announcer, became a writer for Jay Leno. I'm like, what did he ever write? I mean, he's whatever.
Yeah, that, especially when I first started comedy, like that was kind of like one of the things I was gunning for was, an angle into like that Stern universe, because those guys all did shows in Jersey and New York and would come down to Philly area and it seemed pretty accessible, and always felt like, all right, if I could just get in with these guys, I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, it's a shame that Stern used to go to his whack pack. I think there's only like two that are left. They all died crazily. Elephant Boy and all those people. But that's what I mean. It was like that's why I like that type of comedy, like regular guys trying to do comedy. Mm-hmm. The characters like that. There's another guy in Philly that we all loved called Kid Chris. He was like the Philly's version of Howard Stern, and he got canned because he had a woman sing a song about black people, and I'm like, oh. But it's such a hard life, radio guy like that. But I know Levy was on it, McGonigal. One of the best guests was at the time it was Danny Ozark. Yeah. Now he's Karen Goldman, but holy shit, was he? The best part about Danny is he doesn't hold anything back. He's honest.
There was a night, and it became infamous in fucking local TV newsland. But Danny and I, we went to a Phillies game, and one of the guys we went with, his girlfriend was house sitting for a local news lady. And she's like, yeah, if you guys want to come over and hang in the pool, nobody's here. So we all went over afterward, and Danny Ozark went rooting through this lady's underwear drawer. And like he had called into the Kid Chris, fucking phone-in line, and he's talking about what he's doing, where he's at, and whose house it is. And he's talking about the kind of underwear she wears and like vividly describing it and making fun of her. And they ended up playing it on the air. And there was one day at work where the lady's name was Luann Khan. She was an investigative reporter for I think NBC 10 maybe.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, and one day I was at work and I noticed a phone number that I had never seen before, and it went to voicemail. And I took a break at work, and it was Luann Khan calling me, telling me to call her back because she's considering pressing charges against everybody involved.
Oh, I know it was that. Then
yeah,
she did get her revenge. And, she went to his house with his dad, and she went through his underwear drawer.
Yeah, that was a very funny get back.
Oh yeah, that was. That made like national news, sort of news, and I don't even know whatever happened to her, but.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I kind of checked out at that point. I was honestly pretty scared because it was like I realized like how invasive that shit was, and just even being like remotely being the reason why my buddy Danny was at the house that night, and knowing that like, oh man, this is really like an invasion of privacy. This definitely should not have happened. As funny as it was.
Yes, it's a. People make their jokes about Florida, even though that is true. Philadelphia has as many weirdo stuff going on as like you hear about in Florida. There's a bunch of podcasts all about that. But I think every like derelict and prisoner gets out of jail and goes right to Florida.
Yeah, that's the place to go, man. If I ever lose my family, that's where I'm going. Do you like it there?
Yeah. Oh, I actually spent like a week or two in Daytona in December. Not Daytona. I'm sorry, Sarasota. And I always thought it was like filled with circus freaks. Like I was hoping to have like a two-headed cashier.
Mm-hmm.
That's police chiefs, like a dwarf. Just cute stuff. But I always thought Sarasota was that good. That's where Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus had their clown college.
Really?
Yeah. During the winter months, they would set all the acts would live down there and like trap. They to relax or whatever they did. I don't know.
That's Randy Macho Man Savage was from there.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was. But that's why I feel like Sarasota was like full of Jerry Springer guests. Like you just on the street, you see just people that are throwing chairs at each other. Well, here it's really nice. Yeah. It's really nice. And right next to it is a really nice beach called Siesta Key, where the beach is like sugar or salt. It's just what a great time. And it's really really neat too. It's I guess because you're close to the equator a little bit, but it's really neat to watch the sun go down. It's just like in a movie because it disappears. Like around here in Philly, like people shoot at it and stuff. Hit that moon again.
John, you're the friggin' best, buddy.
Oh my God.
John, is there anything you want to promote before we go?
I have a podcast called Kensil. My name, Kensil. Kensil Culture that I do with Legendary Wid. And it's we talk about just weirdo stuff going on. And I show them new puppets. Oh, they're doing a documentary on Wid.
Really?
And they're getting some famous people to talk about.
Oh, that'd be terrific. He is a very interesting dude.
Oh, it's when I ride the shows with him, it's a like encyclopedia knowledge. And when he says these stories, he's not name dropping. He's like, yeah, I saw that guy one time. Where? He goes, well, and it's a reasonable explanation, nothing crazy, but just an interesting guy. I never, to be honest, I don't know why I went up. Like I'm helping, like I'm not helping. I'm with him all the time now too. I get booking without him, but like it's just like he was part of a vaudeville culture. He was like he's like a ventriloquist or a piano player. He's just a prop guy. That stuff makes me laugh in a weird way. It's physical. You see it. That's one of the reasons I'm friends with him. Like, plus he doesn't drive.
John, you're in a league of your own, brother.
Oh.
I love getting to anytime that I come back here and I get to see you. I'm happy at that, but also I love that you get to come and do the show again, man. Because nobody makes me laugh like you make me laugh, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I got so many nice friends in Philly. You're one of the top. You're one of the top. You're one of the top 8.
Thank you, dude. It means a lot to me, man. Thank you, brother. And guys, thank you for watching Getting Some Head, and we'll see you next time.
All right.